Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. This is the Market Open Show, the second half of our daily breakdown. Earlier, we mapped out the pre-market setup. Now the bell will be ringing in less than 3 minutes. This is where preparation meets execution. This is where we stop analyzing possibilities and start reading what the market is actually doing in real time. So the question right now is the market confirming the pre-market narrative or flipping the script? Let's get into it. But before we do that, let's get into our mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My earning is limitless. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. Yes, this is a live show, so if I mess up, it's going to be in there, and it is what it is. All right, so I read the whole Robert Greene's Daily Law in the pre-market, so if you want to hear the whole thing, you have to tune into that. So I do just have a summarized version of it here. It says the deadening dynamic. Markets, just like culture, evolve. What once worked stops working when everyone starts copying it. Traders who blindly follow old setups often get trapped in outdated patterns. The edge comes from adapting in real time, not forcing yesterday's strategies into today's market. The opportunity is always in what's new, not what's crowded. All right, we got about 20 seconds before the market opens. So clarity comes from price, not prediction. Stay disciplined, stay patient. Let the market confirm before committing. Execution over emotion. Process over prediction. We'll continue to monitor price action throughout the session. Let's have a strong and focused trading day. Market open, market open, market open. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's see our $1 Trillion tickers. Ooh, look at Apple dropping crazy, y'all. Already. But let's start with SPY. Let's see. Let's go in 1 minute so we can really see. Oh, yes. Okay, so let me move this pre-market low level down here. So SPY did break our initial level, but it was very close to the pre-market low, so we're not going to count that one. But our first target to the downside, I do have 653, y'all. And then if it reverses to the upside, I got 659. Okay, on the QQQ, let me move this pre-market low down here. So it just hit our first target immediately, 587.50. Another target after that, I do have 585.70, followed by 582.80. If it does end up reversing, I do have this weekly level here that it needs to break at 589.50, which is actually very close to the market open price. But to the upside, I do have this 592.20, followed by the pre-market high of 594.85. All right, Nvidia. Okay, let me move this pre-market low level down here. Nvidia actually sold off at the open. It did hit our level here at 177.20 and came 4 cents away from hitting take profit number 2, which was 176.80, y'all. So if it does end up breaking that, I do have it coming to 176.30. And if it breaks that 176.30, I got it coming at 175. If it does end up reversing, I do have this level here at 177.90, followed by 179.94, and then a pre-market high of 180.42. All right, Google at the open came down, and actually, let me move this pre-market low level down here. All right, so Google at the open came and touched our 1 hour level here at 303. If it does end up breaking and closing underneath that, I do have a level here at 302. Then we have our diagonal trend line here, which is this green line, which is about 301.30, and then I got 350 cents. If it does end up trading to the upside, I do have 305.70. Of course, I got to break high a day, which will be 304.59. And then I got 305.70, 306.35, and pre-market high here of 307.44. All right, Apple is in the Smart Money Concepts support zone. So I don't think it'll be able to break through that just easy like that. But as you can see, it likes our weekly level here at 248. As you can see, it didn't want to break through. It came up, came back, touched it again, came back, touched it again. But if it does end up breaking that to the downside, we do have the middle of our Smart Money Concept support level here at 247.03, followed by this 245.70, and then the bottom of the zone is going to be 244.69. And then to the upside, if it does end up breaking a high of day, we do have a level very close to that at 249.55, but breaking that, we do have 251.40, followed by the pre-market high of 251.68, and then 252.10. All right, let me run all the numbers just to let y'all know where we at. Because look, all the $1 trillion tickers and SPY and the Qs are all red, y'all. Okay, Microsoft is down. Let me run all the numbers. SPY is down almost 1% at 655.93. QQQ is down 1.25% at 587.65. Nvidia is down over 2% at 176.60. Google is down 1.5% at 303.18. Apple is down 0.5% at 248.69. Microsoft is down more than 0.5% at 389.42. Amazon is down over 1.5% at 206.60. TSM is down over 3%. Wow. TSM is down over 3.25% at 328.32. Down $10, y'all. AVGO is down over 2%. At 309.06. Meta is down almost 1% at 610.56. Tesla is down Tesla's down 3%, y'all, at 380.97. And Berkshire B is down 0.25% at 483.31, y'all. All right, now that I ran those numbers on the $1 trillion tickers, let's check back on our take profit levels. Okay, so Microsoft initially sold off, but it's starting to recover. If we do end up breaking the high of day right here at 390.20, breaking hold above that, I got it going to 690.63, followed by 392.70. But do remember, since we are red on SPY and the Qs, we should probably be in puts today. Should be selling off any pop. All right, next, let's check Amazon. Okay, Amazon opened here at 207.13. It did come down and hit our daily level here at 206.20. If it does break and hold below that, I do got it coming to 202.50. I might need to put another level up in there. Let's see if we get another level. That's a pretty big gap. Let me see. Yeah, that's a big gap. Hold on. Let me show you how I find my levels. So you gotta look left. Okay, we got this level here because this was the lower day on this day, March 3rd. But I do see some support here. A lot of support right here. You see that? Even though this is in the pre-market, the price came down and touched it 4 hours in a row and it did not want to break it. Or we could go right here because this was actually when the market was open. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, 205.35. Yeah, that's enough. That's what we got for Amazon. Alright, TSM. Ooh, TSM broke through Smart Money Concepts support zone. Oh, it gapped down. That's what happened. It gapped down in that thing. Oh, wait a minute. Are you serious? Oh, look at that gap, y'all. Well, I don't know if it's gonna end up going back up, but currently this gap will be this big. It's not gonna stay like that because I don't know how high it's gonna go up on the day, but currently this is the gap. This is yesterday's candle. This is yesterday's close, and price opened up right here, came down, breached the Smart Money Concept support zone, and trying to bounce back up. Dang. Oh yeah, I gotta get to the news. Let me just see these other ones. Okay. What do we got? Let me give you 3 more. Okay, so AVGO is inside the Smart Money Concepts support zone as well. Looks like it found some support on our trend line here. This candle found some support. This is our green trend line here. If it does end up breaking that, I do have 308.10 followed by the bottom of our support zone at 306.73. Alright, Meta looks like it likes our 1 hour level here at 609.60, as you can see. Come down and touching it many times. It's trying to bounce back up. Okay, so if it does end up breaking that, 609.60, I do have the middle of our Smart Money Concept zone, which is 605.77 followed by 604.10 and then 600. If it does end up breaking to the upside today somehow with a reversal, you never know. Trump could say something and reverse the whole market, but currently all the trading dollar tickers are very red. Alright, if it does end up breaking to the upside, where's my pre-market levels on here? Where's my pre-market levels on Meta? Do I not have any pre-market levels on Meta? I do not. Okay, let me put some pre-market levels on here right quick, y'all. Pre-market high. And pre-market low. Alright. So if Meta does end up reversing, if it does break high day, which is 612.54, do gotta go on this 615.99, but Remember, everything is looking red, so I wouldn't be getting into calls just yet. Next, Tesla. Tesla opened up right here, 387.24. Came down, broke our daily level here. Came down to our 1 hour target, almost to TP3. It has since reversed. This is our green trend line. You see that? Came down, touched the trend line, and bought right back up. And Berkshire B. Berkshire B is consolidated right now. To the downside, I got 480. Well, let me add pre-market high and pre-market low on Berkshire B as well. Alright. To the downside, I got it coming to the pre-market low first, 482. If it breaks that, I got 480.20 to the upside. If it breaks a high day, which is 484.21, I got it coming to pre-market high of 485.49. Alright, let me adjust my 8 chart display here. All right, now let's check out some news, good people. All right, this is from Forbes. Beyonce, one of the greatest pop superstars of all time. Are we calling her pop? Well, she definitely pop, but I guess she crossed over for sure. But she's on the billionaires list, y'all. Her fortune comes from a career spanning nearly 30 years as a solo artist and also a member of Destiny's Child. Beyonce holds the record for 35 Grammy wins, including her first album of the year in 2025. She a billionaire, y'all. Shout out Beyonce. All right, next. JP Morgan cuts S&P 500 target as analysts say the domino effect from the oil price shock aren't baked in yet. Ooh. They cutting them year in. Excuse me. They cutting the year-end price targets, y'all. They cutting it. Let's see. JP Morgan reduces this S&P 500 year-end target to 7,200 from 7,500, citing unpriced domino effects from the 60% Brent crude surge over the past month, driven by the war in Iran, which is bombings, drone attacks, and the Strait of Hormuz closure risk. Each $10 rise in oil prices could trim U.S. GDP growth by 15 to 20 basis points and S&P earnings by 2 to 5%, with ripple effects like fertilizer shortages threatening summer crop yields and what the hell is that? Desalination, disruptions, risking humanitarian crises. I don't even know what the hell that means. Hey, if you know what that means, go ahead and put it in the chat. While U.S. energy firms face headwinds, European majors like Shell and BP stand to gain disproportionately, with models showing up to 50% EPS boost per $10 Brent increase, highlighting sector-specific opportunities amid broader market complacency, y'all. And they say oil gonna keep running. Oh yeah, we gotta check out our oil stocks today. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out. Let's check out our Iran war watch list and see where stuff is moving. We ain't checked it out all week. Let's go on the daily. Ooh, that thing gapped up again, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. We got new all-time high. BNO hit an all-time high today, y'all. Talk about being right on this trade. We are. And it gapped up again today. I'm not going to put this gap because I don't know if it's going to end up coming down. But BNO, are we going to do a recap this weekend? 3 weeks into the trade. Where we at? Okay, next, USO. It's still looking bullish, y'all. Still looking bullish. Looking good. XLE hit an all-time high on Tuesday. And it's very close to all-time highs. It might break all-time highs today. So XLE looking real strong. XOP still looking strong, very strong. IEO. This thing gapped up too. IEO hit an all-time high today, y'all. Alright, let's check out these defense stocks. Lockheed Martin did hit an all-time high on Monday, March 2nd. It's been selling off though. It broke this February 25th low, which is a weekly level. That's important. So this thing, I do see it. If it closes weak today, right now it's down 1.88%. If it has a day like it's looking like, I got it coming down to 614.85, y'all. Well, first 622.07, and then 614.85. So that's a downside move on Lockheed Martin. Northrop Grumman. Looks like the defense stocks are selling off, y'all. Hit an all-time high on March 3rd, but it's been selling off. And it's now approaching our smart money concept support level here. Alright. And Raytheon Technology, yes, definitely selling off. Hit an all-time high on Tuesday, March 3rd. Dropped, recovered, and it's dropping. It's down. It's down heavy today. Down 2.75%. It's now approaching our smart money concept support level here. All right, next, Chevron. Chevron hit all-time high yesterday, y'all. ExxonMobil hit all-time high on Tuesday. So there's a rundown on our Iran war watch list, y'all. All right, next, let's check out some more news, and then I'm gonna run the numbers. Apple CEO Tim Cook is in China, attending an event in southwestern city of Chengdu to commemorate the company's 50th anniversary. They have a flagship store, underscores the company's enduring reliance on China, which accounts for about 20% of global iPhone sales and hosts critical manufacturing hubs like the Foxconn facilities. Excuse me. The trip coincides with escalating scrutiny over Apple's App Store policies in China, where state media has urged reforms to align with local antitrust rules, potentially impacting the $85 billion services revenue stream. Despite geopolitical tensions, local demand remains robust, and with Chengdu's Apple Store often crowded, signaling that U.S.-China frictions have not yet significantly eroded customer enthusiasm for Apple products. All right, next. This is from Market Watch. Almost 1 in 3 Americans doesn't know when or if they can retire. This is a very important topic. I know when you're young, in your early 20s, you like, man, they telling you, man, don't worry about retirement. You're going to retire in your 60s. What they should have been saying is get as much money as you can so you can retire as early as you can. Because if you want to depend on Social Security, you're not even going to be able to have money. You're just going to be living off Social Security. And say that's $1,000 a month or so. And then for us, Social Security might run out of money, especially with this debt that Americans in. So you gotta create your own retirement plan, because Social Security is very likely not going to be here, y'all. All right, next. The Pentagon has reportedly asked the White House to approve a $200 billion funding request to Congress for the war in Iran. Next. So this dude is giving a review about Tesla. He said, Tesla FSD is nothing short of magic. Just rented a Cybertruck, picked it up at the airport, and it drove us directly to the Airbnb. None of the stress of a new city, new roads, new car. Had it for 5 days and never drove myself. It drove perfectly. So easy and liberating. Wow. That's dope. That's super dope. Imagine renting a car and never having to drive it. Because you got full self-driving. That's super dope. All right, next. Google. This is from Google DeepMind. How do we measure progress toward AGI? It takes a village and a bit of a healthy competition. We're launching a global hackathon with KG to build new cognitive evaluations for AI. With the $200,000 prizes up for grabs, help us put our framework to the test. Join the challenge. That's dope. All right. I got another clip from Jensen at GTC. Check it out. It's about 1 minute.
Our work, our jobs.
Excuse me. Let me turn it up a little bit.
A lot of people say AI is coming. We're going to run out of our work, our jobs. It's exactly the opposite. The fact of the matter is PCs made us more busy. The internet made us more busy. Mobile devices made us super busy. We are millions of truck drivers short. We are tens of millions of manufacturing workers short. Employment's very high, and yet many companies don't have enough labor. Robots will fill in that gap, number one. As a result of filling that gap, all of our country's economy will grow. And when the economy grows, most companies tend to hire more people. They'll hire more people to manage more robots, hire more people, manage more agents. We have 6,000 families in Israel. And I'm quite worried about them. I know that they're worried about themselves. I'm 100% committed to Israel, where we are going to be there for a very long time. And 100% of our employees there, they have 100% of our love and support. That is 100% also true about Taiwan. We have several thousand employees there. They've been there a very long time.
Let me know if that was too loud. I got me a new self-spinning coffee cup. About to drink this pre-workout with this beets powder added. Finna get it in, y'all. But yeah, y'all heard what Jensen said. Next, this is from Unusual Wells. The owner of the S&P 500 index is licensing the world's most tracked stock index for the launch of a derivative contract that trades around the clock on the crypto exchange Hyperliquid. Wow, that's crazy. It says 24/7 perpetual futures contracts can be traded on Hyperliquid, enabling up to 50 times leverage trading without expiration, as confirmed by Wall Street Journal reporting on blockchain integration with traditional benchmarks. This move signals accelerating convergence between TradeFi and crypto, with Hyperliquid's perpetual volume surging from crypto to commodities like oil, 7.3 billion in a week, and now extending to the world's most tracked equity index for global non-stop access. Opportunities include enhanced liquidity and hedging for international investors outside of U.S. hours, but risks involve amplified volatility from leverage, potential smart contract vulnerabilities, and regulatory scrutiny amid U.S. access restrictions. All right. Let's see what we got next, y'all. So our next piece of news, y'all. Let's see where we at. Excuse me 1 second. Oh yeah, okay. This is the founder of Uber. You got like a 1 minute clip talking about Tesla.
You got to do the shout out to Tesla and all the things, because I like to sort of break down the physical AI stack. Includes not just like, oh yeah, computation, and I got to have physical AI models, and I got to all the things you sort of think of. What about land development? That should be in that stack. What about chemistry? That needs to be in the stack. Manufacturing needs to be a stack. When you look at the stack, you're like, damn, Tesla's got this. They are the Google of this era, which is what I mean by that is in the 2000s. If you were doing a startup in the 2000s, the first question you would get is why isn't Google going to kill you, or why isn't Google just going to do it?
Why Google
then I got to know that you killed it.
And before that, Microsoft.
And before that was Microsoft,
Yeah,
the late
Microsoft.
90s. Uber had a time, 2010.
Yeah,
like,
what if Uber puts that in the app?
come on. It's like, dude, this is Uber. I'm like,
Yeah.
But I think in the physical AI space, that's sort of a Tesla thing.
He tried to throw his own company in there. But shit, he was giving Tesla major props right there, y'all. All right, this is from Investing Bay on Twitter. She said, progress in trading looks like fewer mistakes, not more wins. Track accordingly. That's dope. That's good advice right there. All right, I got a short clip from another one from Jensen, y'all. Hey, I know it's been a lot of clips from Jensen, but he's the CEO of the most valuable company in the world, so he's hella smart. So anytime we can listen to somebody who has done what he's done, I'm sure he's gonna have some jewels. So check it out.
For example, if I were a student today, the first thing I would do is to learn AI. How do I learn to interact with ChatGPT? How do I learn to interact with Gemini Pro? And how do I learn to interact with Grok? And learning how to interact with AI is not unlike being someone who is really good at asking questions. You're incredibly good at asking questions, and prompting AI is very, very similar. You can't just randomly ask a bunch of questions, and so asking AI to be an assistant to you requires some expertise and artistry in how to prompt it. And so if I were a student today, irrespective of whether it's for math or for science or chemistry or biology, or doesn't matter what field of science I'm going to go into or what profession I am, I'm going to ask myself, how can I use AI to do my job better?
How can I use AI to do my job better, y'all? All right, let's run the numbers. Actually, let's check out the heat map. Remember yesterday's heat map. Oh, I see a lot of red. I see a lot of gray. There's some green in there. I see a lot of red in tech, though. I see a lot of gray in finance. Where's the most green at? Energy. Energy got the most green. A very nice mix. Very nice mix. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. Oh, 16. Fear and Greed Index is at 16, y'all. That is crazy. There's a lot of fear in the market. There's a lot of fear in the market. Why is there a lot of fear in the market? Because we just broke this level. We broke the March lows. We haven't been this low on SPX since November 2025, y'all. Ooh, this thing is selling off. Don't let it break these November lows. But we do have a low a little bit under that. Back from October. But if we break these October lows, ooh. First I see us going here. And then here. And then here. And then here. And then all the way down here. Oh man. But man, oh shoot. As far as seasonality though, March is almost over, so we should be turning around real soon. All right, let me run the numbers. That's crazy to see that though on the chart, ain't it? Oh man. Damn, why am I not selling cover calls? Shout out to Amit for selling cover calls, man, making that bread. Alright, SPX is down 0.25% at 6,593. The NAS 100 is down almost 0.5% at 24,287. Let's compare where we were like we did on SPX on the NAS 100. Okay, so looking back, we haven't broken the March lows. The March lows, we did break the February lows today, which we also broke on March 9th, but we haven't broke the March 9th lows. And if we do, the March 9th lows are 23,973. If we break that, that is also, you see that? That's exactly at Friday, October 10th low, but the low for the NASDAQ was actually November 21st. And that's 23,820. So we got a couple levels before we need to panic. As long as we don't break this 23,820, 23,820, then we don't need to panic. But if we break this, oh yeah, we coming down crazy. We can come down to basically 23,000, another 800 points. if we end up breaking this. But I do expect a bounce here at 23,977. All right, next, the Dow Jones. Pam Bondi, what's up with Pam Bondi? Talking about 50,000. Shit. Right now we have 45,970. We are very close to these November 21st lows. If it breaks that, I do got us coming to, and those lows are 45,746. If it does break that, I do got us coming down at 45,409, followed by 45,225. All right. Dow Jones ETF is down by 0.5% today at 460. The VIX is back over 25, y'all. VIX is up 2% today, 25.66. 10-year Treasury is at $4.27. Look at gold selling off, y'all. Look at gold selling off crazy. Gold, remember when it broke 5,000? It broke 5,000 to the downside yesterday. And the low a day, it hit 4,504. It's currently at 4,622. That's interesting that gold is selling off like that. Well, I guess because oil's running so crazy. Once they get that oil under control, then gold can start running again. But yeah, because remember before the war in Iran, gold was going crazy. Ever since then, it ain't hit an all-time high since. All right, next, let's check out. Damn, look at them gap downs. Look at them gap downs on the gold. On the gold mini, look at them gap downs, y'all. Big ass gap. All right, let me run these numbers quicker. All right, gold mini down 4.5%. Ooh, 91.51. Silver is down 7.77% at 63.43. Copper miners ETF is down almost 6% at 70.54. AMD is down 1.25% at 197. Bitcoin is back under 70,000 at 69,566. iBit is down 2% at 39.45. Ethereum is down 3.5% at 2,126. BMNR is down almost 3% at $20.80. Palantir is down 0.25% at 152.35, and Robinhood is down 2.5% at 73.02, y'all. Ooh. All right. Next, Tesla's full self-driving, 5.3 million miles between accidents. The average driving in the U.S. is 660,000 miles in between accidents. That is 9 times safer than humans. Tesla's full self-driving is 9 times safer than humans. So basically, whenever full self-driving really takes over, it's going to be a lot safer for humans. You're not gonna have all these people texting and driving, drinking and driving, smoking and driving. It's gonna be way less accidents, y'all. So that is wonderful. Shout out to Elon. Speaking of Elon, I got a quick clip of him talking about the cybercab.
It's also a revolutionary.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn that down. That thing way too loud.
It's not just revolutionary car design, it's also a revolutionary manufacturing process. So I guess we probably don't talk about that enough. But if you've seen the design of the Cybercab line, it doesn't look like a normal car manufacturing line. It looks like a really high-speed consumer electronics line. It's in fact, the line will move so fast that that actually people can't even get close to it. Like that's, I think it'll be able to produce a car ultimately in less than 5 seconds. Like, can you imagine a car coming off the line in less than 5 seconds? That's like, whoa. It's not.
Hold on, bro. Every 5 seconds? Now, he do be exaggerating, y'all. He do be exaggerating. But shout out Elon, man. All right, next. Oh, y'all remember this guy? Sam Bankman-Fried. He had one of the best venture capitalist portfolios in history. He bought $500 million worth of Anthropic, which today will be worth $30.4 billion, y'all. He also bought $546 million worth of Robinhood, which today will be worth $5 billion, y'all. He also bought $60 million worth of Solana at $8. And right now it's around $89. So that $60 million would have turned into $5.3 billion, y'all. If he did nothing illegal, he'd be worth $40 billion today, y'all. Instead, he's now inmate number, I can't believe they put his inmate number on here. Inmate number 37244-510. Sam Bankman-Fried, y'all. He just got too greedy. He got too greedy. Next. Now, this is very interesting. Check out our brother, will.i.am. He has... Now, it appears that this is his car. From what I read on here. It's called the Trinity EV, a compact vehicle that functions as an AI-powered workspace. Check it out. It's less than 1 minute. Hold on, let me turn it up.
The agent is not just, helping me navigate getting to and from work. It is actually helping me do my work. I could work in the Trinity. The agent is doing, my emailing.
Sorry about that. It was the initial volume was too low, and then when they cut to the next scene, it was very high. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see the vehicle. It's very small. It looks like it could only fit one person. It's pretty clean. It's definitely sleek. Check it out.
Calendaring, helping me with all my, digesting the notes from night before. I want to solve a problem when it comes to AI and job creation. And I wanted to build a product that America doesn't really focus on at the moment, and that is micro-mobility, agentic micro-mobility, building a vehicle from the agent up. Seeing the notes from night before, I want to solve a problem when it comes to AI and job creation. And I wanted to build a product that America doesn't really focus on at the moment, and that is micro-mobility, agentic.
Oh, it looks like
micro-mobility, building a vehicle from the agent up.
Looks like it's one front tire and two back tires. So yeah, it can only fit one person. And it's just, yeah, he said it's his vehicle. Man, I'm going to need all these rich black folk to go support this brother here and buy this car. Y'all want to go spend all this money on the Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Mercedes. Why don't y'all buy this brother car that could actually help you make some money? will.i.am got his own car, y'all, the Trinity EV. This is from Reuters Business. I'm gonna need to see the whole video. I gotta search the YouTube video on will.i.am and this Trinity EV because this is amazing, y'all. I'm trying to ride in one of them things too, man. Let me get a test drive, will.i.am. Let me get a test drive. That's dope, man. Innovation, man. Where's Chameleonaire at, man? He been in this tech game so long. He made a song, had a #1 song in the country, retired from rap and went straight to Silicon Valley. Can we get some products? Or are you just investing? Chameleonaire, what's going on? Let us know, man. Why we don't have Chameleonaire at InvestFest? What's going on? Anyway, next. All right. I got another short clip from Elon.
But anything that is digital, which is like just someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
Coding, anything along those lines. Yeah,
it's going to take over those jobs like lightning. Just like digital computers took over the job of people doing manual calculation.
AI taking over. You got a digital job. AI taking over, y'all. We must prepare. Oh, I thought this was super dope. So Google just announced the launch of Vibe Design with Stitch. It says, today we are evolving Stitch into an AI native software design canvas. With it, anyone can create, iterate, and collaborate to turn natural language into high fidelity UI designs. Meaning, the tool aims to lower barriers for non-designers by enabling voice input, infinite canvases, and collaborative iteration, potentially accelerating prototyping while raising questions about AI's role in creative judgments. Oh, man. All right, I got a couple more pieces of news. The show's almost over, y'all. Just hold on for 2 more minutes. All right, Black History for today, y'all. Have you ever watched the movie Top Gun? Maverick? The first Top Gun competition was held in 1949. The white pilots competed with the latest state-of-the-art aircraft, while the black pilots were forced to compete with older, obsolete planes. After 3 days, of competition, the Tuskegee Airmen of Captain Alva Temple, First Lieutenant Harry Stewart, First Lieutenant James Harvey, and First Lieutenant Halbert Alexander were announced the winners. The official results for first place were recorded as unknown for nearly 46 years. There was dead silence in the room. Not one of their colleagues applauded this accomplishment. The victory was swept under the rug, and the trophy went missing and was not seen by the public for 55 years until 2004. Introducing the real Top Guns. 73 years after the historic win, the American Association of Retired Persons Wish of a Lifetime organization met with Harvey to grant his wish that his team be widely recognized. I'm not surprised, y'all. I'm not surprised at all. It wasn't even an equal playing field, but these brothers still won. Salute to these brothers here, y'all. All right, let's run the numbers and see how our trades went. The market has been open for almost 1 hour. Let's check out SPY. Okay, so we on a 10-minute chart right now. So SPY opened up at 657, came down to our level here at 655.90. It did not close under. It reversed, came back up to our weekly level at 659. We called that out. It did not break that weekly level to the upside, and now it's coming back down. So there we go. Let's check it out. QQQ. QQQ opened up here at our weekly level of 589.50. Came down to our 1 hour level here of 587.50 in reverse. Came back, broke through our weekly level, and came right to our 592.20. And is currently reversing, y'all. Man, these levels are looking great. Next, Nvidia opened up here at 178, came down and hit 177.20, 176.80, 176.30, and reversed. And now it is broke back to the upside over all those levels. So if we can break, it just broke high day on this same candle, on this same 10-minute candle. So if it continues back to the upside, I got it going to 179.94 and then the pre-market high of 180.42. These levels are looking good, folks. All right, Google opened up here at 304.19. Came down. Came down to our diagonal trend line here, this green line. Came down to our 303 level. And then end up reversing. Came back up to our weekly level here at 305.70. And then end up reversing. So it looks like price likes to come to our levels and then reverse. That's exactly what you want when it comes to levels. That means you can set your take profit at those levels. And if you see a reversal, you can play puts to the other side, or you can just play the opposite way. If it breaks but doesn't close, you can play the other way. Okay, so here we have Apple opened up here at 249.43, came down, broke our 249, 248, almost hit the halfway point of the smart money concepts support zone here, and then reversed. Why did it reverse? If it's halfway into the smart money concepts support zone, then the likelihood of reversing out of that is very strong. Okay, and then when it reversed, where'd it go? It broke the 249, 249.55, and came right back up to 250.140. Came back to the pre-market high, and then reversed. So we called that out too, folks. These numbers are looking great. So now it's more about where is the best entry. So our levels are doing great. So now the next thing we got to figure out is where is the best entry, because we are getting a lot of nice reversals at our levels. Okay, next, Microsoft opened up here at 390.17, came down, then reversed. When it reversed, it opened up very close to our level here at 390.63, and then when it came to the upside, it came up to 392.47. I did have a level here at 392.70, and then it reversed, y'all. So it didn't hit exactly like the others, but it did come very close, within 30 cents, before reversing to the other side. All right, and it's going down right now. Got a lower day of 388.01. If it ends up breaking that, I got it coming to 386.60. Amazon opened up here at 207.11, came down to our 206.20 level, reversed, came back, came up here to the 208.40. It did break it, but it did not close over it. And then the next candle, it tried it again, and then it reversed and came back down. So these levels are doing great, y'all. TSM, remember TSM had that gap down. It's currently in the Smart Money Concepts zone. Okay, so it actually opened up here at 329 after the gap down. Came down to our daily level here at 325.70. Broke underneath about 50 cents and then reversed. Came back up and ran all the way to 340, 335, y'all. And now it's reversing again. All right, AVGO. AVGO is in the middle, is in the lower half of the Smart Money Concepts support zone. Meta platforms. Meta. All right, so Meta opened up here at 612.29, came down to our 609.60 level, bounce, ended up selling off again, broke the level again, and now it's headed down. I got it coming to the midpoint of this Smart Money Concepts support zone, which is going to be 305.72. If it breaks that, 604.10. Tesla, we almost done. Two more companies and we out of here. Tesla opened up at 387.30, came down, hit our 383.70, followed by 381.40, hit our diagonal trend line and then reverse. Came back to our 383.70. Try to break it. Nope. Try to break it. Nope. Try to break it. Nope. And then reverse, y'all. Now it's back at the trend line. All right, Berkshire B selling off. It just broke the pre-market low. And it's coming down to our daily level here at 480.20, y'all. These levels are phenomenal. Shout out to me and my levels, y'all. All right. You know how we like to end the show with some motivation from Instagram. See what we got today.
You're more blessed than you think. Sometimes you just struggle to realize how much is in front of you because you're constantly thinking about what you have to obtain. The rich person is not the one who has a lot, but the one that has enough. So you should seek to have enough, inshallah.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it. Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
Said, go get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Said, go get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag. Go get that bag. Get that bag.
It don't happen overnight, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good, and not stressing too bad when it's bad. Just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. As we go on, the show gonna get better and better, and we're gonna work it out. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.